Hello everyone, welcome back. William here. I snuck out a little early of work and I'm going to pull this hydraulic line where our blow-by line cut a nasty groove in it. I can't see it at the moment, but I do. Oh, there it is right there. Don't know how well you can see it. It is a rather large wrench here and then 1.25 inches here. Got to get on the creeper, slide underneath of the dozer, and see if we can get that pulled and then have a new one made. And I have decided I'm going to order the radiator from Radiator Supply House, save the $600, and have my old shroud installed on the new radiator at a local radiator shop. Okay, here I am under the belly of the beast. You can still see all the oil, literally everywhere. Just can't get to. It also helped us gain a little bit of room by putting the dozer on these rollers, so we can at least roll it forwards and backwards if we need something behind it, like our 8-foot disc. And here's a few interesting shots underneath of the machine. Rails and pins look pretty good, but boy, the rollers have had a rough life. Ford Motorcraft oil filter. Got our weep hole here under the flywheel. Interesting old machine. I'm gonna start wrestling that. Wish me luck. As with so many things on these old pieces of equipment, I have a factory original line with yellow paint, and I'm upside down here, so bear with me. This piece here is 1.25 inches. This is 1.5 inches. This piece is 1.5 inches, and this piece is 1 7/16 inches. So I had to un-S myself from under the machine, go grab the proper wrench, and now I'm ready to try again. Oh, it never gets old working on these old machines. Always stays spicy. Okay, YouTube, I have called in reinforcements. This thing is so tight. I don't know why my light keeps shutting off. Hold position. I have been defeated. I've gave myself a headache from pulling so hard on the 2 wrenches under here. I'm going to hook a choker strap to this wrench, pull through the track frame with another man, while I give all of my strength to the 1 7/16 wrench. Whew. Uphill battle every day, boys. I did spot something that I think is pretty cool. Look right there. There's old Abe, the Case Eagle, clutching the globe there. That's on the bell housing for the hydraulic pump, which we do have rebuilt. That's why I am getting my butt in gear on pulling this line so we can reinstall that. Okay, I'm underneath the dozer yet again. Andrew and I, the gentleman that drove the dozer into the shed, have pulled so hard on this that we're starting to round this fitting. This one is not rounding yet, but I think my only course of action is to get a torch and heat up the solid steel fitting, which I really don't want to do, but I think that is where I'm at. This right here is the fuel line, which is going to be problematic if we have any drama with that. Running a hot wrench right here. And following this line, this is the pressure feed side from the hydraulic pump here. This is the pressurized side. It goes all the way down above the center bar of the track frame. Goes here, comes around, and terminates right up here. So I really don't want to be replacing that solid steel line with rubber, but I will if I have to. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. I will have to come back with a torch. The next thing that I find very intriguing, I don't know how well you will be able to see that, but the U-joint is tack welded in to the yoke. Kind of odd. I don't know how well you can see it. There's bolts here. Not sure if that's just a small band or what, but there is a tack weld there, and I believe right there. More cleaning will be necessary. And then our gearbox input shaft, I think, has seen better days, and there's quite a bit of oil leakage coming out of the input shaft. Okay, it is after 5 o'clock. We are back under the dozer. I have a couple pieces of sheet metal here and here installed. I'm going to now heat the large fitting here and here, trying to stay away from my paint, and see if we can get this girl loose. Hello everyone, welcome back. William here. We are working on the Case 310G dozer. This unit is a diesel. You people that are following along will have known that already. Today we are finally going to put a piece back on the dozer instead of taking something off. Knock on wood, of course. We have our hydraulic pump. It's been to the shop. We put a new seal in, SKF, and I have new return line. I have a new pressure side line. This is the old return line. It's hard as a rock, yellow paint, so it's original. You can still see the writing here. It says quarter on it, so it was 1.25 inches. That's what I got. Got some nice Gates stuff, and I am going to double hose clamp this to hopefully prevent any leaks. Still have to clean it out with some carb cleaner. And then I also terminated the little double rounded wire that was running around in it. Terminated it where it is not sharp, and we're also longer than the original because I have plenty of steel tube here and here to get 2 hose clamps on. So gonna make this a little bit longer, and shouldn't ever have to mess with this again if the original lasted this long. This is the replacement for the one that we were really battling underneath of the bulldozer. Down back in that hole, you can see it there. The only issue I can foresee, this seems to be about 2 to 3 inches longer than the original. Unfortunately, I have the original sitting on the back of a truck at a service shop right now. This is some nice Parker hose, 3/4 of an inch inside diameter. Okay, we have our large 3/4 inch hydraulic line installed. I put a little, very little bit of anti-seize on the threads, hoping that that will negate any seizing action, because like I said, this line is about 2 inches too long, unfortunately. Hoping I can get by with it, but we will see. I have our Gates return line installed. Now I'm going to get out and put the pump into the splined hole and bell housing. Okay, we have our pump slid into the splines. I put a little bit of anti-seize in the splines, not that we probably need it, but I have this slid in, haven't installed it yet. Now I've got to see if I can get this hose to do kind of a S swoop, I'm hoping, down into this lower area here, and then I'll come back later and put some rubber hose around this hose to keep it from grinding its way into the cast iron there. Here you can see the battle I am about to get started on. Wish me luck. Okay, unfortunately, as I suspected, our line is just way too long. It's all snaked in through there. It's getting nasty. I've turned this fitting, hoping that would maybe save me. This side is working out. That's going to work excellent. But unfortunately, this line is already kinked to more than what I'm comfortable with. And it's just plain and simple. The hose is about 3 inches too long. I cannot run it under this cross member because the belly pan gets in there real close. And I have it in the splines of the shaft, but by the time I crank that down on the bolts, I feel like this hydraulic line would just really be under a strain, and I'm not comfortable doing that. Okay, unfortunately, that hydraulic line was made about 3 inches too long, so I will have the people that made it for me make me a new one. Now I need to focus my attention on mounting the new single wire alternator.